Okay, welcome. This is the quick setup guide for the status of funds template. What you're going to want to do is go to the SharePoint site. As you can see the URL above. The SharePoint may not look like this when you get to it initially, but because we may have changed or moved some things around, but you'll look for the video training series, go into there. In this case it's status of funds, and you're going to want to download a few things. Here's all the videos that we do walk through, and there probably will be more depending on when you do this, but your CRIS query and your status of funds, go ahead and drop down, send it to, and download a copy. That's the best way to do it. If you go through the data series, you're going to know how to build your queries and so on and so forth, and you'll know how to manipulate your pivot tables in your status of funds template too. So feel free to use your own CRIS query if you would like. Once you have that downloaded, and I just created a random folder on my desktop, download the status of funds template. Now we're going to need to get our data. So Arrow's Workday report. The Workday execution report is the one we've focused on for the status of funds. Going to show you your entire program each and every day. So you would run that report, download, save. Deems, you're going to get your status of funds, all columns. Fund is 16, 41, C5 is mine and the OE, and hit go and save as. And then in CRIS, I'll show you this one just to give you the visual. Run it, right click, export data. This is my SOF on my desktop, BQ SOF data. Hit OK, export is complete. I'm done with getting my data now. You'll open up your status of funds. Say don't update. This is kind of what it's going to look like. You're going to want to refresh your data connections. So these three data connections: definition, browse, desktop, find that folder or wherever it is for you. This is my, it'll tell me up here, connection name BQ. So I'm going to get my BQ data and hit OK. And I'm going to make sure that for your arrows and your Deems data that you go into this data first. Close this out so it opens. Make sure that top row is deleted. You want your data column starting in A1. Same thing with your Deems data. Make sure that it is enable content up here is gone, and you've deleted the first two rows in the SOF and that bottom row where they subtotal for you in the SOF. So you come in here and make sure these data connections are established. You only have to reestablish them once, or if you were to change the file path in which these are located, you'd want to do that too. So Deems, double click, it found my table, and then the last one is the arrows one. Find this. Okay. And then hit close, and you saw it kind of was doing some stuff down here. It just pulls it in that quick. This amount of data is no problem. So next we're going to take a look here. This is what you'll see. You just got your data connections, you're in the folder. Go ahead and hit refresh all, refresh all. That's going to pull your data in and reset these pivot caches. You'll see your description table over here, and we're blanked out, right? And then these are your expanding tables. Please watch the video series, explains all of these in detail. We built this entire thing from scratch in about an hour's worth of videos, so please go and look at those. But as far as a quick setup, you're going to go to your BQ SOF. I got my potatoes here. I'm going to Control Shift and down arrows and select all of them. I'm hitting Control C, go over to the description table, home, paste, drop down and paste values. That's what I want to do. Go to my Deems data. I want to Control Shift down arrow, Control C. Go to the bottom here, paste these values, Control Home to get me back to cell A1, and now you're down to selecting and defining what these potatoes really mean to you, Commodity Resource Center. Once you're done with that, you can actually come in here and let's go ahead and select one just for the sake of it. So this is a BQ line. I'm going to hit reimbursements. I just defined the funds control, BQ SOF by commodity. Let me refresh this one. There it is right there. So you can build your pivot tables as you're defining them just to show that it does work. So that's the quick setup video. Please do watch the video series. It'll show you how to do all these and manipulate them to suit your needs and so that you're seeing your programs the way you need to. Thanks. See you in the video series.